So Professor Liu is going to teach you in Java how to read input and format output. Read input, we never read input. We never read input. We always provide input. Now we're going to read input right now. So when you read input, you have to use scanner. And scanner is a class. And we name it int. Okay, you can name anything. You can name Jesus. But hey, that doesn't, other people say what the Jesus here for. So make a name is everybody can relate. So if you put in as a object name, I say, oh, that's for input. New scanner, system in. So you have an input. You are going to have an argument here, okay? This is parameter. Once you put, and also argument, you're going to put system.in. So it's inherit from system. Once you do that, we separate. If you want to read the integer, it's in.nextInt. Remember your object name is int right now. In.nextInt. If that's a double, in.nextDouble. If that's string, in.next. Okay, let me try it with you right now. So I have Visual Studio right now. Oh, sorry, wrong class. Just a minute. So I have Eclipse on right now. So I'm going to file close. And I'm going to say this file new and Java project. Okay, I'm going to call this chapter 4 re-input demo. Okay, re-input demo. All right, finish. No, don't include. All right, so I found a bunch of these. Sorry. So right here, I'm going to new class, but I'm going to include the template for the and I'm just going to name the same thing. Okay, chapter 4 re-input demo. Okay, all right, fine. Right now, finish. All right, so right here, I told you I have to use scanner. So in order to re-input, I need to say scanner, then typo, CA, scanner, and here is any name you want to do. Jesus in, Daniel in, but Jesus in, Daniel in is only specific to Jesus and Daniel and Angela. Make a thing is relate to everybody, call in. Okay, equal new scanner. Then we have to use, we have to inherit from your system in. All right, so now you are going to say this, okay? Now import scanner is from java.utility. It will be on the test, okay? On Java. Now I'm going to say this, integer num equal, all right? So first you need to ask people to give you a question, and otherwise you have blank thing. So you say sys, okay. See, my thing is has to like this right now. Okay, I have to fix it. Enter an integer. I enter integer. Okay, so now enter integer right here. So now enter right now. So I'm going to say, all right, the integer I'm going to ant num. Okay, so I'm also want to teach you very beginning we did not train you well. If that's an integer, that puts an int as a prefix. Okay, int integer equal. All right, so we are going to use a scanner class, but the scanner class we cannot use scanner class. We have to use the object. The object is called int. The next int. Got it? Next int. Okay, that's next integer. So you do sys out right here. Then you're going to say the number, the input number, the input integer is, and for Java we do plus sign. All right, so that's integer num. Okay, sorry, typo. All right, so now I complete. Let me run this program for you right now. So I run as Java application. I run this and yeah, enter integer right now. So 56. So the input integer is 56. Okay, do you understand this? All right, so let's come back. So the rest of them you probably know already. If you want to double, you do next double. If you want to do string, next. Now we want to see format right now. So when we format, okay, for Java, you're going to do printf right here. It's not the print line right now. It's printf. You want to printf because, for example, 1.215962 price. Wow. United States have only 2 digits after decimal point, and many people still thinking about to drop the cents, right? So this doesn't, this is not very helpful. If you want to display price with 2 digits after decimal point, what you do is you do printf. Okay, pay attention right here. The new thing is printf. So pay attention here. Printf. Okay, printf. After that, followed by your format. It's called string format. Okay, now it's called right now you just go format string. Okay, format string. It start with a percentage sign. Okay, so 10 means I want 10 space, 1 to 10. All right, dot 2. So this 1.22, I want 2 decimal. I need 10 space. Dot 2 means 2 number. That means 2 digit after the decimal point. 2 digit after the decimal point. All right, so it will replace by this 1.22. You have 6 space. All right, now let's take a look something else. All right, so sometime we wanted to have something right here. I want it to be so this will show like this. Okay, but we wanted to put the price in front, price and this in front that. So like we have the number in front of the number have identifier. So you say price, you put price here. Okay, so this is what you do. This is what you do. Okay, you put the price here. So price here first. You put the price here first. Okay, and price after that I have colon, so I put colon. All right, then put this. Then put your specifier format specify here. So 10 space, and with 2 decimal point at the end, price. So let me show you how to do it right here. So I am going to copy this line here. All right, so coming to my line here. All right, hold on, I need to clear that. Okay, all right, so I am going to do this. Okay, all right, and but I'm going to do double. Right. Okay, then after I finish that, and I am going to do this. Okay, copy this line here. Right, so by the way, I have to comment out these right now, so we don't see these, we only show these. Okay, all right, so now because I copy paste this quotation always need to fix, you already know that. Okay, Microsoft Word and programming doesn't meet each other. So system.out.printf, all right, printf. So now I run it right now. So run as Java application. So once I run here, gentlemen and ladies, so my answer is price here. And from here to here, how many spaces? Anybody? Hello? Are you awake? Tianjin. Tianjin. How many spaces from here to here? No. 不对。10, 10, 10, 10, right? 10. Then 1.22. So here, from here to here, how many spaces? 6. 10 minus 4, right? Because point has a point take a space too. 6. Understand that right now? Alright? So that's how you format your thing. Alright? Then you can format. Look here. This is on the exam. Okay? This is on the exam. I am going to format bunch of things. I'm going to say quantity is 24. Total is 17.20. I have a space here, so I don't need to write bunch of system.out.print. So what you do is quality, write it, colon to here, right? Our quality is an integer, by the way. So you use percentage %d. And I did not say 10D or 5D, nothing. I did not say anything. Is that right? So I just have but I put a space here. Do you understand? So what you do is quality and space, next one, 24. All right. And I space here, so I continue, say type. Now it's going to have a space first, okay? It's going to default have a space, gentlemen, space. Now I want a space from here to the end is 10. Is 10. So it's a 10. Then 2 decimal point at the end, so 17.29. Let's review more. If that's an integer, use percentage %d. There's no specified width right here. You just put like that. If you say 5D, you say 5D. So 1, 2, 3 space. All right. Quantity, then you put quantity. After that, 5 space, 24, quantity. All right. F, that's floating point. Percentage dot F, 2 digit after decimal points. 7.2, 7 spaces. Spaces and 7 spaces. So you have 3 spaces add to it. If that's string, percentage S, all right, and you can format multiple value. We already know that. The first one, second one. All right, so next one is more important and a little bit harder right now. So gentlemen and ladies, right here, that's coming back right here, sorry, right here. I read. This is console read. Okay, don't forget this is console read. System.in. This is console read, console output, console. All right. So let me show you this. Use console output window to prompt for input. Output is very old-fashioned. All right, it's very old-fashioned. How many times you see we do that on the internet? Sometimes outdated. You don't see that. Very, very few. Only the ones like we are programmer, we control at the back end, we write them. Otherwise, people don't see that. The more current way is to create a separate pop-up window box to each input. So what you do is, hey, enter price by this. Enter price. Now, there's a problem right here, right now. If I use the enter price here, this is an input text box. Input text box. So this is a text right here. So we call a show input dialog text box. And so you put right here. The thing is, whatever you return is a string. All right? So whatever you return is a string. Got it? For example, let's take a look at this one. If this one, the prompt is enter price. and the title is input. So this the other one. So if I say enter integer, all right, integer, then remember, input box is going to return a text, a string. So by default, you have to do string. Then I want you put, so there are two variables right now. Relate to this one. All right. So here, I want you name it string. It's okay. Name it str number. So in your mind, that's a string. Because the about method return a string by default. Okay. Don't argue. By default, memorize this. But hey, you really cannot use a integer string to do subtraction, this and that. Okay, so you have to do Integer.parseInt. Change to an integer. Once you change to integer, then you can times by 2, multiply by 3, this and that. All right, this and that. So this you need to memorize, guys. All right, if the thing is integer, you put integer. If the thing is double, you put double. Double.parseInt or double.parseDouble. Okay, so follow me right now. If that's an integer, okay, you are going to string this. Then you're going to have another variable, is integer right now. And since that's integer, you're going to integer the parseInt. ParseInt is convert my string to an integer. Then I convert string to an integer. Okay? Then here, if that's a decimal, okay, then still here is string. But you're going to put double dbl. That's a double right now. And you do parse double. Then once you do that, you can do something. Let me show you here right now. Okay, let me show you. So there's an example here. So write a program, prompt the user to enter two integer, print the sum. All right, so first you need to add scanner in, new scanner system in. So enter the first integer, that's integer. All right, so you have to put integer. All right, and oh, by the way, this is useless, this console. I need to write it with you. Okay, I need to write it with you. All right, so I'm going to write with input box. It's okay, I'm going to write in input box. All right, so gentlemen, I need to remove the thing to be some here right now. Control X to here. Okay, so I'm going to put a input box with you. Is that okay? So I'm going to say first I'm going to string. Let me put string number. Is that okay? Let me put like this way. String number, just this one. It's okay? This one. Control C. So I put like this. Okay? So string, and then I have to have my JOptionPane. Is that right? All right, string name str. So learn this convention right now. If that's a string, put str in front to indicate this is a string. It's a good programming style. It's help you to understand more. All right, so I got that right now. Is that right? So it's useless, but whatever you get is a integer. Is a string, cannot do anything. So I'm going to say the Apple integer. So integer, I'm going to integer number. Okay, integer number. Okay, then equal to. Then if that's integer, you put integer the parse in. Then let me put this as string number. So you have to do like this way. You have to do the string, convert it to a number. Now you can do that. Okay, I'm going to say sys Okay. Okay. I'm going to say this. Okay. The square of, and I'm going to plot this, say here, integer num and equal. All right, then I am going to put this right now is math.as where's my pal? Math by my math by Paul right here. All right, so they needed to be I have a typo. Okay, and now I'm going to put integer number, and this I'm going to put 2.0 because they wanted to be double. Okay, all right, so take a look right here. I say, okay, the square of whatever number equal that number. Okay, now I'm going to run this program right now. So I run Java application. All right, so I run it right now. I have an input box first. Enter, and let's put 5. We know it's 25, right? So the square of 5 equal 25. It's okay? Square of 5 equal 25. So this is how you do it, the input output through the windows. Because as I told you, console output is kind of old-fashioned, outdated. Okay, so as a programmer, you need to learn this. All right. Sometimes we don't display on the output box. We really want it to be a message box. So JOptionPane.show message dialog box and something like that. All right. So these are the example right here. This is console example. At the console example here, we ask you to format this using the format. Okay. So re-input from dialogs box one more time. There's example right here. Re-input from dialogs box. So string num, enter a number, double, parse double. All right. Parse this and this square and blah 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 blah. We put them together. Then we put in show message box. All right. So to summarize this, okay. To summarize this. You learn how to re-input from console. You have to use scanner in equal new scanner. Once you do that, when you input an integer and double or string, you need to use different methods to input. Okay. We need to learn how to format Java with a format specifier. Start with a dollar sign. No, percentage sign. Okay. Then there's a way to do it. A bunch here. You need to remember. All right. As we told you, the console input output is old-fashioned, outdated. Let's learn a modern way, a more current way. How about that? I will be read input from an input box and display on message box. But anything from the internet, remember HTML, read text, T-E-X-T. All right, your browser read text. So whatever you put on your browser, that's a string. All right, so input box, you put that's a string. They don't understand that's 15, that's a number. Your browser don't understand. Your browser default take that as a string. So return to a string, you make sure you create a good variable name for that. You know that string. You have to, based on what kind of data type you want to convert to, you do parse in is change to integer, parse double change to double, and make sure meet with the class Integer.parseInt, Double.parseDouble. Don't do Double.parseInt, that's very stupid. Or Integer.parseDouble. What you are doing, integer go with parseInt, double go with parseDouble. Okay, then these are example here. Then this another example from the dialogs box. I hope you like this program. I really hope you like this